Hello everyone, how are you? New update. Another year and another moon sighting controversy beckons within the Muslim community as the end of Ramadan approaches. Astronomers say the crescent moon heralding the Islamic festival of Eid al-Fitr will not be visible from most of the world, including the Middle East, on Saturday, March 29th, when many are expected to look for it. But many believe that regardless of a sighting or lack thereof, Saudi Arabia may declare Eid for Sunday anyway. For years, the kingdom, home to Islam's holiest sites, has been accused by critics of faking some of its sightings of the moon by reporting them on days when scientists and astronomers insist it is impossible to see it. Saudi authorities have never responded to these criticisms. So, what is behind the controversy? Muslims follow the lunar calendar, which consists of 12 months lasting between either 29 or 30 days. The end of the fasting month of Ramadan depends on the sighting, or lack thereof, of the crescent moon. Some countries rely on local moon sighters to spot the new crescent, while many leave it to Saudi Arabia to call it. In countries without official moon sighting bodies, like the UK, many Muslims also follow Saudi Arabia's lead, although some religious scholars in the kingdom have urged people elsewhere not to do so. According to the kingdom's predetermined calendar, the first day of Shawwal, Eid al-Fitr, will be this Sunday, March 30th. Yet astronomers say it will be impossible to see the moon, even with optical aid, such as telescopes, on Saturday. Many Muslim-majority countries are expected to celebrate on the same day as Saudi Arabia, while others are likely to look for the moon on Sunday and declare Eid for Monday. This follows a series of controversies in previous years. I challenge anyone to photograph it. In April 2023, astronomers questioned the Saudi sighting of the moon for Eid al-Fitr, saying it had been scientifically impossible for the moon to be seen. On April 20th that year, as Saudi Arabia's moon sighting committee was looking for the moon, prominent Kuwaiti astronomer Adel al-Sadoun declared that it was impossible to see the crescent this evening in the Arabian Peninsula. "I challenge anyone who sees it to photograph it as evidence," he added. But shortly afterwards, Eid was officially declared in Saudi Arabia. Many observers called on Saudi authorities to produce a picture of the moon. No official image was provided, although Saudi astronomer Mullam al-Hindi posted an image of the faintest outline of a moon that he claimed was taken using a charge-coupled device, CCD, infrared camera. Last year, in 2024, Saudi Arabia announced on June 6 that Eid-ul-Adha, the second Eid of the year, would commence in 10 days after the new crescent moon for the month of Dhu al-Hijjah was sighted. That was despite astronomical bodies insisting it was impossible for the moon to have been sighted. Impossible to see the moon on March 29th. This year, the Qatar calendar houses forecast that the moon will reach its conjunction with the sun on Saturday, March 29th. But the moon will not be visible in Saudi Arabia or in Britain that day, even with the use of optical aid, according to His Majesty's Nautical Almanac Office in the UK. The government body, which produces astronomical data, has said that the crescent will be easily visible the following day on Sunday. The UAE-based International Astronomy Center has likewise explained that in the Middle East it will be impossible to see the crescent on Saturday, even with new technology. For countries that require the correct sighting of the crescent moon, Ramadan is expected to last 30 days and Eid al-Fitr is expected to fall on Monday, March 31st, the IAC said in a recent report. But it pointed out that because the moon will reach its conjunction with the sun on Saturday, it is not unlikely that some countries will declare Eid al-Fitr on Sunday, March 30th. Saudi Arabia uses a calendar called the al-Qur'an, which is based on calculations and marks key dates years in advance. According to the al-Qur'an calendar, the first day of the month of Shawwal, the day of Eid al-Fitr, will fall on Sunday, March 30th. This is why many experts predict that the Saudi authorities will declare Eid for Sunday, regardless of the crescent's visibility on Saturday. Imad Ahmed is founder and director of the New Crescent Society, an astronomy society which specializes in the Islamic calendar in the UK. Ahmed, who is doing a PhD at Cambridge University on the Islamic calendar, runs an astronomy program with the Royal Observatory in Greenwich. "We have noticed that Saudi are very willing to produce moon sightings which are scientifically impossible," Ahmed told ME. They do so regularly, and we can predict them because they mostly match the al-Qura calendar, which doesn't match lunar visibility. The same 2 or 3 moon sighters in specific locations in Saudi claim to see the moon every year. No one else makes the claim. Pre-calculated Eid. Saudi Arabia is not the only country to use a calendar based on calculations. Turkey does so too. Turkey's calendar is pre-calculated and their formula is more or less the same as Saudi Arabia's, Ahmed explained. But they're transparent. They don't claim they've seen the moon like Saudi do. They're clear about what their formula is. So, what about this Saturday? The moon will be impossible to see in Saudi because it will be too thin and too low on the horizon for there to be sufficient light coming from it. Even a telescope could not detect it. Saudi Arabia is not alone in its methods. Several other countries in the region, including Egypt, Kuwait, and the UAE, customarily declare Eid on the same day as Saudi Arabia. Other countries, like Oman and Jordan, often celebrate on the same day, but on occasion do not. In 2024, both Oman and Jordan did not accept Saudi Arabia's sighting on Sunday, March 10th for Ramadan and began fasting on Tuesday, March 12th instead. Shia-majority Iran, which has an official moon sighting task force, began Ramadan a day after Saudi Arabia this year and will look for the crescent on Sunday. Divided communities in the UK. In countries like the UK, Muslims celebrate Eid on different days. While many follow Saudi Arabia, others look to Morocco, which is the nearest Muslim-majority country and never follows Saudi Arabia's lead. But increasing numbers of British Muslims are opting for local moon sighting. Ahmed's New Crescent Society carries out sightings across the country and aims to gather support for a unified Islamic calendar for Britain.